The noble companion is the one who is directing you to attain Nibbana. No other persons. One who is giving billions of money is not the noble companion. Who is giving you shelter is not the noble companion. Who is giving you power, not the noble companion. Noble companion is the one who is directing you to attain Nibbana. So you have to understand who is the noble companion is. Right? Once Venerable Ananda asked from the Buddha, "Oh Venerable Sir, the half of this Nibbana path is based on noble companion." That means Kalyana Mitra. Buddha said, "Don't say Ananda like that. The full path, the entire path of Nibbana is based on noble companion, Kalyana Mitra. The highest Kalyana Mitra for you is the supreme enlightened one, to which people coming with who's having decay, death, they end those things by coming, taking refuge in the Buddha. The persons who are having decay, death, sickness, all end themselves, end those problems. Buddha said. Therefore, noble companion. Now these days, we do not have the Buddha in life, but we have Dhamma. If you see Dhamma, you can see the Buddha. Therefore, if you follow Dhamma, that is the noble companion. To follow Dhamma, you have to have noble companions like Dhamma teachers, bhikkhus, or lay Dhamma teachers, who are explicitly explaining the real Dhamma. What I meant by real Dhamma means the Dhamma which explains you to eradicate the defilements and attain Nibbana. Not to get some kind of satisfaction, not to get lullaby, lulling or something like that. Because Buddha says, once this Dhamma is not for lulling, not for getting astonished, right? This Dhamma is for the comprehension of the Four Noble Truths. Right? Very clearly, Buddha has expounded like that. But unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, we are not paying attention to that factor. How many persons are there in the world learning Dhamma now? But very rarely one gets the aim to comprehend the Dhamma. We just want to just study Dhamma, just practice. How many meditation classes now in the world? How many meditation teachers? Telling this and that, spelling out. But nobody wants us to attain Nibbana. They want to sometimes be popular as meditation masters, Dhamma teachers. They don't see that the followers are suffering. You see, the followers are suffering. Now I don't want you to stay in the samsaric life again. I want all of you want to attain Nibbana as early as possible. Not to go to the next Buddha. Because within the period there is millions of years, we do not know whether we will go to hell. We will be born as animals. We will go to the ghost world. We do not know. And I have no capacity as Dhamma teachers to stop you going there. Only that we can say is, try to practice Dhamma and put an end to the samsaric life within this life. Or try to go to a place where you can practice more. At least, if you cannot attain Nibbana within this life, or if you cannot attain the first stage of sainthood within this life, try to go to a plane of existence where you can practice more, without coming back to the woeful states. Therefore, the companion is the most important thing. So, you have to understand who are the companions, who are the noble companions, Kalyana Mitra. That is the first factor. Second factor is, Dhamma friends, you have to practice virtue. You must be virtuous. Now for monks, we have Patimokka Sila. For lay disciples, you have 5 precepts and 8 precepts, and you have 10 precepts. Gradually, you can follow. So you must be, the follower must be virtuous. That is the second factor. So Sila is very important for the attainment of Nibbana. Sila means you control your senses. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. And so when you control your senses, you are practicing virtue. Not mind, especially eye, ear, nose, tongue and body. Mind is controlled by meditation. So when you control your 5 senses, that means you are practicing Sila. Now with the body, you should refrain from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. With the speech, you have to control telling lies, harsh speech, frivolous talk, slandering. So then you are practicing virtue, Sila. That is the second factor. Third one is, my friend, you have to have fewness of speech. You have to have the speech, the proper speech. That means which is quite appropriate for the attainment of Nibbana. For example, talk on fewness of wishes, not high things, right? Fewness of wishes. You do not have many wishes, few. And on contentment. Then on solitude. Then on seclusion. Then on application of energy. On application of energy. On virtue. On concentration. On wisdom. On liberation. And on the knowledge and vision of liberation. So this discussion should be there. Fewness of wishes, contentment, solitude, seclusion, right? Liberation, concentration, virtue, the knowledge of liberation. This discussion. Now, very rarely that you get the opportunity to have this discussion. Because when you go to a boutique, do they talk about solitude? Do they talk about seclusion? Do they ask whether are you going to attain Nibbana within this life? When you are, going on the road, when you meet some friend, does he ask that do you meditate or do you practice virtue? He or she will talk something else. The neighbors, do they talk about attainment of Nibbana? While you are traveling in the bus or somewhere, do the commuters are talking like that? Do you hear anybody talking? Now that is the problem that we have today. At that time, this problem was not there during the Buddha's period. Because almost at least 90% of them were always talking about Nibbana. Because they were Sotapanna persons, there were Sotapanna, so many Sotapannas, so many Sakadagami, so many Anagami, always talking Dhamma. Even the farmer going in the paddy field, you see, attains Sotapanna. The cart driver has attained Sotapanna. You see, therefore they are talking all that, they are virtuous. Nowadays, very difficult. Money-centered society, running after money. If you talk about Nibbana, they would say, what nonsense you are talking about. I want, because persons are having so many, sometimes one person has to answer several phones, very busy, busy.